Hey guys, this is Patrick Riddle with Private Money Blueprint, and you're about to learn how to conquer the big three. The big three private money fears. Now, did you know that we're only born with two fears? The fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. All other fears are learned, therefore they can be unlearned. Earlier this week, came out with the training video on our Private Money Blueprint 3-step process for getting the money. And I broke down those step by step. The response to that video was amazing. It's been shared a couple hundred times now. Last I checked, there's 126 comments. So obviously that struck a chord and makes sense. The 3-step Private Money Blueprint process. And many of you committed to it, which is awesome. Awesome, because it's effective, it works, it's been proven, and I can't wait to hear about your results from it. But for many people, what stands in the way of them successfully implementing those steps, that process, is fear and the big three, which we're about to cover. And in the video earlier this week, shared some results from a couple of our members. Chris Craig, Canadian Private Money Blueprint member. It's pretty cool because he just Facebooked me last night and told me that he just closed on another property. And he's using private money. He's up in Canada and is using private money and doing deals down in Phoenix, Arizona. So if you want to do deals outside of the area that you're in, you can make it happen just like Chris. And then I loved sharing Shay's story with you. She's a Private Money Blueprint member, and she's used our process successfully to get the money. And she recently helped a friend, told her some of the step-by-step and process, and then her friend within 24 hours had $100,000 in private money. Absolutely love it. So let's head over to the desk because I've got a lot of notes. I don't want to leave anything out. Go ahead and grab a pen and pad because you will need it. This is going to be powerful stuff here today. And so let's dig in. I'm going to get you all set up here. All right. Now there's a quote by Mark Twain that says, "Do the thing you fear most, and the death of fear is certain." But when it comes down to it, the issue that so many people have is facing that fear and taking the action, doing that thing that's feared most, so that you can conquer that fear. Action cures it, conquers it. But how do you get yourself to take that action? And that's what we're going to go through today. Specific little tips and tricks to help you conquer these once and for all. And grab a pen, write these down. The first fear that we're going to conquer is, number one, I don't know enough. The first fear is, I don't know enough. And this may be keeping you stuck in step one of the PMBP process before you even get to step two, which is the formal appointment. And so if you don't think you know enough, then you can't even move to step two. Now, it's a myth. Like, why do you think that you personally have to be the expert on everything real estate and investing? It's a myth. You don't. And knowledgeable, yes, but you don't have to be the expert. And one thing that you can do is you can leverage the principle of association. You can leverage the experience of your real estate investing power team, and you can leverage their experience as your own to build massive credibility, because that's what this is ultimately about, being credible enough for someone to lend you those funds. And so here's how you just bust this fear. You may have been scared to set up a formal appointment, take them through my PowerPoint, because what if they ask a question that you don't know? Here's exactly what to do. So you're in the presentation, you're walking through, and bam, you get a question and you're caught off guard and you don't know the answer. It's best, if you don't know the answer, don't guess. You can simply say something like, you know, I want to make sure that I'm 100% on this. So I'm going to go ahead and make a note of this question and write it down. And I'm going to talk to blank, fill in the blank, to find out for sure. So depending on what that question is, then leverage your team and fill in that blank with your attorney, your accountant, your realtor, your mortgage broker, your whatever. And so you don't have to necessarily know everything yourself, but when you surround yourself with the team of experts that can, with a simple phone call, with a quick email, gives you that answer, then guess what? You come across as credible by leveraging the principle of association in your team. And you know, we all face these fears. You know, you're not alone. I had to face these fears. You have to face these fears, and our members have to face these fears. This is one of our members, Michael Mackey, and this is his family here. And now Michael, he had to face the same fears that you have to in getting started. Michael became a Private Money Blueprint member, and these aren't typical results, but you got to check this out. This is just really, really cool. Michael sent us this email. He says, we just raised our first investor at $1.25 million, and I think we have had this a week now. This is going to change our business forever, not to mention other real estate investors' life and family. We will see you at the top. That's right, Michael. Love it. Now, since Michael sent us this email, he's literally gotten multiple millions of dollars in private money, and he is just rocking it. I actually, with Private Money Blueprint, we do monthly trainings, whether it's new things, cutting edge stuff that I'm doing that's working, or whether it's we're digging into some of our students' results and what they're doing and how they're doing it. And so I interviewed Michael, and one of the tips that he gave was how to legally compensate financial advisors to refer you private lenders, which is absolutely huge. And Michael's faced his fears. He's joined forces with Private Money Blueprint, and he's making some huge things happen. Okay, let's move on to fear number 2. Write this down. Fear number 2. I'm afraid of rejection. Fear number 2. I am afraid of rejection. And a story, like whenever I was getting started in private money, I mean, I was getting no after no, and I was getting more and more frustrated and almost quit. But it was a story from one of my mentors, Jim Rohn, that helped me see the light and continue forward and end up getting millions of dollars in private money myself. And the story my mentor shared with me, he said that when you do anything, when you do something often enough, a ratio will appear. You know, it may not sound groundbreaking, but that's the law of averages. So stay with me. In baseball, they call it batting average. So you step up to the plate 9 times and you miss. But then, on that 10th time, you get a hit. And guess what? As soon as you get that hit, the law of averages kicks in. And a ratio has started. And here's why that's huge. Because once a ratio starts, it tends to continue. So you step up to bat 10 more times. And 9 times strike. And then that 10th time, one of those times, you get another hit. So think about it. When getting private money, you may do 9 private money appointments. Step 2, the formal appointment. And you may start passing deals by them. And then on that 10th appointment, you pass a deal by them, and boom, you've got your first private lender. Just like that. And so then you can expect to do another 10 appointments, and guess what? Get another private lender. The ratio. And with repetition, your ratio can be increased. So this should be very exciting. I mean, think about it. In baseball, Major League Baseball, hit 3 out of 10, and you make millions of dollars. Strike out 7 times, and get paid millions. The problem with most people is they won't step up to bat at all they won't even take a swing. And the few who do take a swing, as soon as they get a strike, they go ahead and quit. So what I'm asking you is make a personal commitment to just keep on swinging. Okay? Make that commitment right now. Keep on swinging, no matter what. Because the law of averages is your friend. And rejection is okay, because you know once you have that ratio, if it's 1 out of 10, you know that all you have to do is set up another 10 appointments and boom, your ratio comes into play and you get another private lender. Good stuff. One of our members, his name is Jacob Evans. You know, he had to face these fears as well. And Jacob has done some pretty amazing things just in the past few years. This is him in front of his truck with his "We Buy Houses" signs all over it. And Jacob is to the point now where this year he's on pace to do 25 deals. And he's just rocking and rolling. And he's a systems guy. He's excellent at delegating and automating. And you know, he had to face his fears. He conquered them. He pushed through. And now he's just rocking and rolling, doing some pretty awesome things. And I interviewed him for one of our Private Money Blueprint monthly trainings. And he just let us in on some really cool stuff. That, I mean, at Private Money Blueprint, we're about the team. You know, it's not just me. I'm the head of faculty at Private Money Blueprint. But, you know, there's stuff that we can learn from all of our faculty and all of our members and share that together so that we, as a cohesive group, can move forward, help more people, get more private money, do more deals. Okay, so let's dive into fear number 3. Go ahead and write this down. And this is a big one. Fear of the unknown. This manifests itself in all parts of our Private Money Blueprint money getting process. Fear of the unknown. And fear of the unknown, people naturally associate, or many people associate the unknown with risk, and they imagine the worst case scenario. I mean, the media. If you read the newspaper every day and watch TV, they just flood your mind with the worst case scenario of every situation. So it's easy to think that and fear the unknown because of that. But fear of the unknown, I mean, it really manifests its way inside of you in your comfort zone. And how anytime you attempt to step out of that comfort zone, you start to get those anxiety and worry feelings inside. When in actuality, learning, growing, they're positive things. Anytime you do something outside your comfort zone, you're going to get that little feeling inside. But what that feeling typically tells people is stop, no, unsafe, don't venture out. But you can reframe that and just think about it a little bit differently, because what that really means is that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, which is an awesome thing. Because that means that you're learning, you're growing, you're moving towards your goals. And so anytime you get that little uncomfortable feeling, that should be a sign that that should be a sign, oh my gosh, this is awesome, I'm moving towards my goals, I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm moving forward. And one way to help force you to take the actions that you know you need to take to step outside of that comfort zone are having an accountability system. So make a couple notes here. You want to make sure you do 2 things in reference to accountability. First, for any accountability system to work, you have to first be accountable to your results. If you're one of those people who in the past has complained and just laid blame on whatever outside of themselves that has caused them to not have the success that they want. If you've done that in the past, if you've pointed the finger, if you've blamed something outside of yourself, then it's time to make a little adjustment. You must first be accountable to your results. They're yours, so take them and own them. And it's time to then, I mean, once you take that power back and you take that responsibility, then and only then can you set up an accountability system to hold you to your success, to do the things that you know will move you forward towards your goals. So, are you with me? I take 100% responsibility for my results. Are you with me? Good. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to find an accountability partner. Now, if you have a business partner, that could work. But if you don't, what I suggest is find another real estate investor who is at or around the level of where you're at in your real estate investing business and agree to be each other's accountability partner. And what I suggest is set up a weekly meeting with this person. Now, it can be another investor in your area, somebody that you meet through the Real Estate Investment Association meetings in your area. Go to auctions, tax sales, call investor marketing, and just get to know people. And find someone, y'all be each other's accountability partner, set a specific day and time each week to meet, and all you're going to do is lay out what you're going to accomplish and do over the next week. And then when you hop on the phone together, you just review what you set out to accomplish, what you did accomplish, and you help each other move forward, take the action. And when you're accountable to that person and they get their stuff done, you want to get yours done as well. And by having an accountability partner in place, that's going to help you move outside your comfort zone, crush the fear of the unknown, and continue to move forward and make some big things happen. And one of our members, Tim Ryan, man, before he joined forces with us, in his words, he was struggling to finance one single-family house through a bank. After joining the Private Money Blueprint team and family, just a few months later, he had closed on 2 duplexes and a 16-unit building, total of 20 units with none of his own money, using private money and the techniques that we helped him with. And Tim's doing some big things today. This is a picture of Tim and his wife and one of his sons, and they are standing outside of a 40-plus unit deal that Tim recently closed on. And Tim closed on this with none of his own money. He used a little over, I think it was right at $560,000 in private money that he recruited and used in this deal, using the Private Money Blueprint process. And this is really cool. This is a picture of Tim and his wife shortly after getting started with us and doing a number of deals. He decided he wanted to reward he and his wife. And so they're on vacation here, and they paid for this vacation with cash flow from one of Tim's deals. So cool stuff. There you go. The 3 fears, again, I don't know enough. You know, what you're going to do is you're going to leverage the principle of association, leverage your real estate investing team, their knowledge and experience to conquer that. The I'm afraid of rejection. Remember the story. That, you know, just keep on swinging. Step up to the plate and just take another swing. And if you miss, step up to the plate and take another swing. And as long as you keep swinging, then you will. The only result that can happen is accomplishing, doing the thing that you fear, doing the thing that you want, and the result that you want. And then fear number 3, fear of the unknown. Take responsibility for your results and set up an accountability partner. And so I hope you've enjoyed these deep content trainings. We actually are about to do something a bit crazy, and I'm really excited about it. I think you're going to like it. Actually, I know that you are going to love it. And I wanted to give you a little hint before I run here. So here is your hint for what's coming very soon. Keep your eyes peeled. So, there's your hint. Be on the lookout for an email from me very soon to take advantage of what we have in store for you. You're going to love it. This has been Patrick Riddle with Private Money Blueprint. We'll see you soon.